It's October 11th, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today in the Treasury Titans. And guess what? Actually, you don't have to guess. You know this. It was an absolute bloodbath. It is an absolute bloodbath. You know this. I know this. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. It was a absolute brutal correction. I mean, Bitcoin wicked down to like 102 or something around that area. It's recovered to like around 111 at this point that I'm recording, but man, that was intense. I remember waking up in the morning being like, okay, 121, 122, like let's see us kind of maybe creep up over the weekend back to like 124, 125. Maybe we can test some all-time highs. Well, that didn't happen, obviously. Absolute bloodbath. And I'm just here to call a spade, and I think you are too. But let's dive into some reality now that maybe at least a little bit of the dust has settled. Um, Michael Saylor just came in and said, hey, just Bitcoin. I mean, listen, there can be chaos around you, behind you, wherever, above you, below you. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's just Bitcoin. And if you remember that, if you keep your cool, if you stay away from leverage, you're probably going to be just fine. On that note, let's just go to Rohan saying fear and greed index down to 27 after yesterday's mass liquidations. Every cycle reminds us that conviction is earned, not inherited. Bitcoin rewards those who stay grounded through the noise. By the way, I hate when this fear of greed is up to like this dark green, like 70, 80, 90. I hate it because I know at that point people are greedy. Something's going to happen. I love when it's here because to me, it says one thing. People are overly fearful, just like they get overly greedy. So let's see what happens next. The Bitcoin Archive says, save in Bitcoin, focus on your craft, avoid leverage and speculation. Market risk is real. Hope this guy makes it all back. And this is just a guy who posted. He's been DCAing into Bitcoin for 6 years, working hard, putting everything he can into Bitcoin, that he's been getting paycheck to paycheck, and he got liquidated last night. It's absolutely brutal to read. And I just hope it's a reminder to all of us who don't use leverage why we don't. And I hope maybe this serves as a warning to people that do use leverage or are thinking about using leverage. This is always a possibility. Do you want to sleep well at night every single night? I sleep like a baby because guess what? I'm 5 years, 10 years, 20 years looking out, and I am incredibly confident that Bitcoin is going to be a lot higher than it is now. I don't know where it's going to be tomorrow, next week, next month, but I know where it's going to be in 5, 10 to 20 years in my mind, and that is way higher. Tyler says, the largest liquidation in crypto history is quite obviously the bottom, by the way. This is Tyler. Who knows? I mean, come on, he has 213,000 followers. That could mean a little bit, could mean nothing. Who knows? But I will tell you this. He might be wrong. He might be right. I don't care personally because it could go lower and I will just be fine. It will just make my dollar cost averaging into MSTR every single day that much better. It's been quite some time before I've actually been dragging my DCA down average cost per purchase because my average cost per purchase is right now for the year around 330, I believe. So now I'm just dragging that down and I'm fine with that because again, I am long-term. Tyler, maybe you're right, maybe you're not. It doesn't matter. But I will say somebody who I really respect, Anthony Pompliano says, if you're bullish on Bitcoin and stocks 2 days ago, you should be even more bullish now. None of the fundamentals changed in the last 48 hours. We simply got a healthy reset that wiped out the excess leverage in the system. Now the market is cleared to do what? To go higher. Cleared for takeoff. And then what do you notice about this chart? Well, it's going to be a little bit lower probably on Monday, but still, it's not going to be anywhere close to this low. I think both you and I know that. Jeff says digital credit is the biggest idea. It's larger than AI. AI companies should be and will be issuing digital credit once their balance sheets are as technologically advanced as their businesses. AI will want to interface with technology superior digital money, in my opinion, AKA that means Bitcoin, and that's digital credit. And that's what Michael Saylor is cornering the market on. Now, I have a great Michael Saylor clip you're not going to want to miss as soon as we get back from thanking our sponsors. Okay, check this out. Senator Cynthia Lummis recently announced that funding for a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve can start anytime. This is a massive leap forward for a strategic crypto stockpile, and no surprise, was soon followed by new all-time highs for Bitcoin. If you're looking to buy more Bitcoin, BitIRA can help. In fact, BitIRA will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into Bitcoin. This also allows you to buy Bitcoin using pre-tax funds. Then continue to invest in it over time as you do any other retirement account. And if you want, you can even add XRP, Ethereum, or other cryptos. BitIRA protects your assets with end-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the US government. Your IRA is fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without incurring taxes on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Think about this. In March, President Trump signed an executive order for the Treasury to manage 200,000 Bitcoin as the foundation for a reserve. That's just the foundation. Go to bitira.com/JLD to open a tax sheltered IRA in Bitcoin.
For our company, if we were to ever get to 5% of the network's going to be at least $1 million a coin. If we were to go beyond it, it's going to 10 million a coin. So when we get to 7% of the network, if we do, and Bitcoin is $10 million a coin, and if BlackRock keeps up with us, that means 85% of the network, right? And you're going to be talking about $200 trillion. So you're going to have $170 trillion that will flow to the individuals. So they're not exactly getting crowded out, right? If anything, what you've got is the corporations are all engines turning the flywheel of the Bitcoin economy. Every single company, every Bitcoin treasury company that capitalizes on Bitcoin is like attaching a motor to the network. And every time that company buys $50 million worth of Bitcoin, they spin that drive shaft one turn. That's one day's natural supply, right? And so the more companies that come on, whether it's BlackRock or whether it's Strategy or whether it's MetaPlanet or whether it's 21 or whether it's BSTR, or whether it's similar, whoever it might be, each one of them is firing up a motor. All of the motors are powering up the network. If you're an individual and you believe in Bitcoin, you buy the Bitcoin, you cold storage the Bitcoin, and you let all the companies power up the network. What's the second best? There is no second best.